Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Kranky Critic Corner Chronicles, whatever you want. Give us an idea of what you want us to call this. Kranky Critic Chronicles, the Kranky Chronicles, the Kranky Critic Corner. It kind of sounds all funky to me anyway. But welcome to the area of the Phat Samurai Guy production team. Will give me a separate area to critique some unique films that they don't want to watch. So, you know, we're going to talk today about Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. Good film, by the way. Very much a sleeper because it seems to have slipped into the theaters this year in 2018 with a lot of other films around it. Very hard to find some good showtimes for this film. And I believe this is actually the 10th movie in the Harry Potter franchise. Now finally starting with the Wizarding World franchise is what they're calling it. But first off, we're going to start off really quick. We're going to keep these really short and small, sweet. Nothing big to go off of. But we'll give you a couple of hints to what's going on here. If you are a fan of the Harry Potter franchise, see this movie. Definitely see this movie. You will love it. It has twists and turns just like we are used to in the Harry Potter franchise. As well as continuing on the story of the Fantastic Beasts film, which is still penned and scripted by J.K. Rowling, and giving a very top-level quality production team. Of course, David Yates is still directing these films. Obviously, there's somebody here in the studio, and the directors, they like this director a lot, and he's got an idea and an image and a quality of how the films are paced, and they're sticking to him. He's definitely hanging around for quite a while. Hopefully he'll do some more. Again, this is part 2 in the Fantastic Beast storyline, if you want to call it that. A story where we now have the character of Grindelwald, who is escaping at the beginning of the film. He gets out to bring the people who are going to help him with his agenda, and then bring them together. Of course, we bring in the story of Credence once again from the first Fantastic Beasts film, which many thought he may have perished and died, and we find out he did not. Of course, we also get much more character depth in with the main character of... good luck remembering that name. Anyway.
Don't worry about it, man. We fuck that shit up all the time.
There it is. There it is. But of course, bringing the characters a little more depth and understanding and connection, where he has a brother, he's a part of the ministry, and they have some turmoil, and you could tell that their characters have some tension between each other as they grew older. Of course, there's a love interest, and that, of course, has its twist in it as well. I'm not going to give away the twist of the film because that ultimately is the film. These Harry Potter movies, you kind of know the characters, you know some things, and you want to see where they unravel and how they intertwine. These characters are linked, and that's the essence of the story. Where is that link? Finding that out is the whole movie. If I were to tell you that, it ruins the film. So, in all, go see it. Definitely make sure that you don't miss it if you are a Harry Potter fan. The action is stronger towards the end of the film. There's a lot of good drama, a lot of good twists, but definitely a very satisfactory film within the Harry Potter franchise. And of course, it cliffhangs you at the end with the big reveal, and on to the next movie. What they did do with this film was a lot more fan service. My wife sitting next to me, she's a Potterhead, and she actually whispered to me when it finally was revealed in the movie of Hogwarts and them arriving and the students coming out and going to the Defense Against the Dark Arts class again. She says, you know what, it's nice to be back here again. It was just that 10 to 15 minute scene that really kind of gave you a little bit of that fan chewiness that we all love to gnaw on. So I recommend the movie. It's not the strongest movie in the Harry Potter franchise because in a way there's not a book based upon this story. There's an unknown here in this story. You don't know how the movie's going to twist and end. You only know here's this, here's that. Oh, who's that? And how do they play into this story? But some good stuff for fans. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. I do recommend 3D. These guys might not, but 3D is the way to go.
Never!
And for those of you who have never watched a Harry Potter movie before, so you have no idea who the boy who lived is, you have no idea what the scar is on the head, You have no idea what the man with no nose is. This movie's not for you. Skip it. Why? Because you need to know when the door closes and you see a green light, you need to know what that's doing. What happens again is you need to know who this person is. Because they're going to drop a name on you and you're going to ask, why is that person important? So, in a way,
Don't say his name!
I said it. We can't say it 3 times?
Don't say his name!
We can't say it 3 times. Beetlejuice. No, I'm good. But the reality is, if you don't know the Harry Potter franchise, you don't know who created the Sorcerer's Stone, if you don't know, who Dumbledore is and what he does in his life, then you're not going to necessarily get the strength of...
What the fuck are you doing in this film? What the fuck are you doing trying to watch the movie? You don't know anything about it. Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do something like that?
But here we are. Kranky Critic loves franchises. And so therefore we definitely come back and we definitely love these sequels. Rating. If I were to give a rating to this film, what are we doing? 5 ninja stars, right? Okay, out of 5. Let's see.
How many wands? How many wands?
How many wands? That's a good way to do it. How many wands do I give this movie? I'm a very mid-range guy. I like films for just being a good continuation, and I'll give them a good mid-range. I like films that are just fun, and I'll give them a good mid-range. Ultimately, if you get a great film that's like, this was fun and excellent at the same time, I'm going to give a rating high. I'm going to give this one 4 wands. Why? It's a strong movie, but I can see the rewatch value in it, but the rewatch value can get a little stale because you'll already have that reveal. Once the reveal is done, it's like, okay, now I'm ready for the next one. But yes, I'm going to say 4 wands for Fantastic Beasts, but you can't not see it without seeing the prior installments. Do not see it standalone. This is the Kranky Critic signing off. Peace, love, soul, booty!
That's your ending to every episode! Yes!